My name is David Barrick. I'm a philosopher and neuroscientist here for this semester as a fellow at the center. My research generally spans cognitive neuroscience and the philosophy of neuroscience in mind. I'm trained as an electrophysiologist using invasive non-human primate methods in order to understand how brain activity gives rise to the fantastic and complex cognitive behavior that's such a hallmark of our primate lineage. I study foraging decisions in particular in my neuroscientific work, examining how animals make decisions while they're searching for resources of many different types. Not just food or minerals, but also more abstract resources like information, so that they can more efficiently learn about their world. My philosophy of neuroscience activities involve understanding and explaining how neuroscientists go about engaging in this type of research. Drawing on my extensive background and training in primate physiology, I have begun to lay out a comprehensive approach to the relationship between the mind and the brain. The culmination of that research program, specifically trying to understand the relation between cognition and neural activity, as well as how to characterize that cognitive activity and how to characterize the neural activity that realizes it. The culmination of that research program is a book-length project, and that is my project here for this semester at the center. In that book-length manuscript, which is almost complete, and I hope to complete it before the end of the semester, I first detail the nature of the realization relation very generally, providing a novel account of realization in order to shine some new light on the cognition-brain relationship. The lion's share of the book, however, focuses on the brain side of the relation. What is it in the brain that realizes cognitive activity? I argue that there is a lot of recent research that suggests that what I call neurodynamical systems are the relevant kind of entity in the brain that stand in that realization relation to cognition. These are changes in neural systems that are found across animals. They're found across different types of systems, so including artificial neural networks, as well as the brain, and that are increasingly playing a central role in the explanations of cognitive phenomena that cognitive neuroscientists are offering. This approach stands in opposition to more classic views that try to understand the relationship between cognition and the brain in terms of the activities of individual neurons and how neurons are connected to each other. That classic neuron doctrine, I argue, fails to explain some of the more recent findings that neuroscientists have been uncovering, both in neural networks as well as in brains over the past 15 years. I am currently working on 3 different arguments for this view: an inductive argument, where I canvass a range of case studies in cognitive neurobiology; an argument from regularities, where I describe some of the new neurocognitive regularities that neuroscientists have been uncovering across systems, as well as some of the methods that they're using to describe those regularities. The nature of these regularities are latent, low-dimensional dynamical systems and high-dimensional neural activity. I'm going to give a formal characterization of that. And then the third argument is an argument from unification. The turn to neurodynamical systems mirrors more generally some interesting patterns of explanation and description of other kinds of organ systems in the body in systems biology. These recurring motifs can be dynamically described, and once they are described that way, there's a very clear connection between the regularities and descriptions and explanations that are being offered by cognitive neuroscientists in their recent work and these other systems biology disciplines. So on the basis of that unification, I argue that we should support the neurodynamical doctrine, as I call it. So my research at the center this semester, more generally, is focused on trying to develop this comprehensive new picture of the brain and its relationship to cognition as a very large collection of neurodynamical systems in the brain interacting in various ways and giving rise to the whole suite of sophisticated cognitive functions that we associate with hominid intelligence.